Patty?
Yes.
It's the end of 2025, basically, which means I am already starting to gear up for the 2026 camping season.
I know.
And Angie and I had a phone call the other day working on activities.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe we would have a discussion today about what activities should a campground have, and do you even need activities? And we're going to talk about it in today's episode of Travels with Delaney,
The podcast.
Welcome back, everyone. My name's Patrick.
I'm Patty.
And we are joined by Truman and Bess, our Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, who we took them for a walk earlier, and now I think they're exhausted.
Well, it's because it's rainy here, drizzly.
It is.
Just light enough to get you really wet, and I think they had fun running through the puddles like little children.
Right. We are recording early this week. It's Wednesday, December 17th.
Mm-hmm.
But this is going to air on the 22nd, which means this is the last podcast before Christmas. So I want to say Merry Christmas to all of you out there, and I hope you get to spend time with your family and your friends, and hopefully it's a very magical time of the year for you.
And relaxing.
And
not
relaxing,
stressful.
yeah. Sometimes the holidays can be a little stressful.
Yep.
We are very fortunate. We have my brother-in-law, I should say our brother-in-law,
Yeah.
Darren, is currently in Texas along with his fiancée, Micah, and my niece and nephew are here,
Yep.
Alex and Sam. And tomorrow we're actually having like a little family Christmas gathering.
Yeah, Uncle Dennis and Aunt Priscilla's place.
Woody is smoking a prime rib. He's also doing a turkey.
Oh, wow.
Mashed potatoes,
Oh,
stuffing,
my.
gravy, the works.
I better wear my stretchy pants.
Better wear your stretchy pants. There's going to be a lot of food. We're actually taking a Costco pumpkin pie.
Oh, so good.
And I'm making sweet potato casserole.
That is like a dessert in
Aunt Priscilla
itself.
actually requested that. So I
She
said, yeah, I
did.
can do that again. She really enjoyed it, what I did at Thanksgiving.
Right.
Really pretty simple. But
A lot of food. Too much food.
Yeah, a lot of food. And they're going to be here, Friday, Micah and Darren fly home. And then Sunday, Alex and Sam are flying home.
Yep.
And when I say home, back to Angola, Indiana. And then next week we'll be spending Christmas Day with Woody and Priscilla. So it's going to be nice.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah, so anyway, it's just hard to believe we're already that close to Christmas.
Time flies.
I know. It's I don't even know what to say.
I don't
I'm just
know.
like,
It just goes.
yeah, it just goes. You don't even realize it. So
I think because we're just so busy.
I know.
You get busy and time goes. Yeah.
And I took a photo today. I have to apologize to those of you watching on YouTube, on our dedicated YouTube channel, Travels with Delaney.
The podcast. Sorry.
Jeez, normally you yell at me if I do your line. But I realized I snapped a photo outside. We were in our LL Bean rain jackets. We were walking Truman and Bess because today has just been gray and
Drizzly.
damp and drizzly. But I snapped this photo, and when I posted it to Facebook just a couple seconds ago, I was like, holy crap, I haven't shaved in a while. I looking a little
burly.
at least in the photo, it made me look a little burly, like grizzly. So I got to get shaved.
You
Aunt
better.
Priscilla,
Aunt Priscilla
she'll
want
say
you
something
shaved
to
up.
me.
Yeah,
Last time I got looking like this, she was like, "What's this?"
Yeah, she touched
just
your
like my
chin.
mom. So, so I apologize. I probably should have shaved before we started recording today.
You
but,
do look a little prickly.
Yeah. It's like at that stage where it just doesn't look good, and I keep debating whether I want to grow it out this winter or not. But yeah.
I say if you do, it's got to be like a short beard. I don't know how to say it.
Like a Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Or who else did you say?
The guy from Ted Lasso.
Oh.
Roy Kent.
Yeah, you want the Roy Kent look.
But not like Santa.
Okay. No Santa.
No Santa.
Even
beard.
if it is the holiday.
Yeah, it's just no.
So
I'd
all right.
rather not.
Well, Patty, I thought
Yes?
what we better do is another exciting round of this or that.
Is this the holiday version?
The holiday version, sure, why
La la
not?
la 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 la. Ching.
All right, Patty.
Yes.
If you could only have one adult beverage on
Ooh.
Christmas Day,
Oh my.
would you rather have Prosecco
Okay.
or Bailey's Irish Cream?
I like them both. Prosecco's good when you have the little chocolates that go with it. I'm going to go with the Baileys.
Going with the Baileys. Patty is hooked on Baileys all of a sudden.
I am. It's like adult chocolate milk.
So she got hooked on Baileys
And Priscilla.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've never had Baileys before.
I've never had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then we bought her a bottle of Baileys. For the trailer, and she's been drinking on it. So, like, if I have an old fashioned, she'll have herself a Baileys.
Yep.
And then we were back. You had seen Bailey's salted sea salt caramel.
Yep.
And then we were at the store, and I thought, well, and I'll be honest, I was buying a bottle of bourbon. I thought I better buy Patty something. So I said, Patty, and I noticed they also had a chocolate Baileys. And I said,
with Belgian chocolate.
I said, which one do you want? Do you want the Belgian chocolate or do you want the sea salted caramel? And her answer was
Belgian chocolate.
That's not what you said in the store.
Oh, what did I say in the store?
You go, yes.
Oh.
As if you wanted them.
I did. I go, yes.
Yeah, as if she wanted them both. So, but I made her choose, and she chose the Belgian. How is the Belgian chocolate?
It's
Baileys?
really chocolatey. I think what would make it better if you did a little concoction, like if you did the Belgian chocolate,
right?
And then just some salted caramel. That's one way.
Okay.
Or you do the original Baileys. And you just put a dash of the Belgian chocolate because the Belgian chocolate is really chocolatey.
Okay.
So I think if full on Belgian chocolate, it's like chocolate overload.
Okay.
But if you like chocolate,
that's
it.
That's the one.
Yeah. And Priscilla liked it. We had one on Sunday.
Yeah, you guys were.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough of the Baileys discussion.
Now I think I might need a Baileys.
You might need a Baileys.
Yeah.
Well, after the recording.
All right.
Today, what I wanted to do is, and this came up because I had a meeting on Monday with Angie, who, for those of you who don't know, Angie Kozik and her husband Kevin own Happy Acres Campground.
Yes,
I think
they do.
Most people who listen to this podcast probably know that by now, and I manage it for them.
And they've been on the podcast.
Yeah, and they've been on the podcast. But Angie and I had a Zoom call to discuss what kind of activities we're going to have in the campground next year.
Right.
Because now's the time we have to start scheduling. I've already booked our musicians. We know the dates. We do live music about once a month there at the campground. But it got me thinking, one was what activities. But Patty and I got into this discussion. I thought, well, it'd be a good thing just to share on the podcast and then maybe get feedback from some of you is how many activities does a campground actually need for you to want to stay there? And do you actually use the activities?
Right. When you go camping, do you do the activities that are offered when you're there?
So we can, and here's the thing. I never like to assume what we do is
what everybody
is normal.
Does.
Yeah, because I don't know that we're normal.
I don't think we are.
But I think if you piece together what we do,
right,
and then what we have observed the last couple years at Happy Acres, or really the last 3 years that we've been there, is that there's not a high participation on a lot of activities when campgrounds have them.
Right. At least at Happy Acres, it seems like there's not a lot of people that participate. It's usually, and if I'm going what you think, is it usually a lot of the seasonals, some of the seasonals?
I think so, yeah. I think at Happy Acres it tends to be, and I'm guessing here at Canopy RV Resort, or
it might be the
seasonals.
Well,
it's the Winter Texans and that type of thing. And then
didn't they kind of say that sometimes in the summer
trying to get like. I believe, I hope I'm not misquoting, but I believe Jennifer, who is the activities director, had made the comment to us that they get better participation in the winter months when the Winter Texans are here than they do in the summer, where it's a little more of a transient crowd.
Right, and I think, didn't they say, because they're near the Guadalupe here,
right,
and all the tubing and Schlitterbahn, which is a water park,
right,
and the Alamo,
San Antonio,
and the Riverwalk. So people probably just come to sleep, and they go out and
do their tubing. They're going to exactly. And so, like at Happy Acres, I mean, good example, if we do a cornhole tournament, and you've ran the cornhole tournament before.
I have.
Like, what would you say, what's the max number of teams you've had before?
I think one time we had 6 teams.
Which there's 2 per team. So that's 12 people in a campground that has 91 sites. And if you average two per, that means we probably have over 180 people in the park.
And I think most of the participants, more than half of them, were seasonals.
Okay. Yeah.
And some were the nightlies that came up to play.
So it makes me wonder. So, like that. I went up, and again, I think right now, I don't know if this is a good comparison or look, but like I went up the other morning for coffee talk or coffee chat or whatever it was.
Here at Canopy.
And it was free coffee and some pastries, but they had a gentleman, I think we talked about him last week, talking about preparing for winter here in Texas with your RV. I would say there was that actually had a pretty good turnout. Now, when I say a pretty good turnout, this is a big park and there's quite a few people in here. So it was a small percentage, but I would venture to say there was a couple dozen people up there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It seemed like that was a pretty good turnout. But again, when you look at how big the park is and how many people might be in here, I don't know as a percentage if it is. But I'm just, it makes me wonder, like, one of the things when we travel,
right?
We don't necessarily look at
the activities that's going on.
At the activities. If we're at a park, I would say we're part of the problem, right? We're not big participators.
No. Usually when we camp, we're here at our site, we're at the fire, we're hanging out outside, or we're hanging out somewhere. We're not going to like a bingo, or we're not going to whatever.
Right.
So I do think, though, that a few times, like we have, because we wanted to see how others, when we started working at Happy Acres, like, for example, at Hilton National, we wanted to see, they had bingo going, we wanted to see how they did it so that we could kind of mock or, take away some stuff from that. Or how they did, like, they had a pool party when we were curious how they did it, and then the prizes, and they had little dances the kids were doing and whatnot. So I think sometimes on that, but most of the time, we don't do a lot of that stuff. We're not doers.
Yeah. Well, I had looked up and asked Bob, which is what I call Chat GPT. That's
Bob
what we call
is so smart.
Like, what are the most popular activities? Is there any data out there?
Right.
And what was interesting was Bob came back and said, yeah, there's tons of data because like KOA does their annual surveys and different organizations do surveys. And interestingly enough, the number one activity that was identified was sitting by a campfire.
Yeah.
And then number two was, I think, fishing.
Okay.
And three was hiking.
Okay.
And so then I went back in and I said, Bob, that's great, but what about things like bingo and potlucks and cornhole tournaments? And he came back and he said, look, those are all important activities per se, like campgrounds offer,
right,
but there's no definitive data out there on what percentage of people participate.
Right.
And I think the data showed that even sitting by the campfire, which was number one, was like 37% of campers said they enjoy sitting by a campfire. Like that's their, so we were just, it makes me wonder, like, when we do activities, how important is that? And could our time as a staff at a campground
be spent other ways?
And the money that we put in, because a lot of activities, even if they're free, like cornhole tournaments, we're still paying staff to go up there and run it.
Yeah.
And
right.
So I don't know. I wonder if a campground just said, like a Happy Acres, if we just said, you know what, we're not going to do activities every weekend, but what we are going to do is, still do our things like once a month, have music. But in general, we're just not going to have these little.
Right. And it just seems like, going back to what we've done and what we've seen happen at Happy Acres, because we're not newbies, but we're newer. Anything that involves, because we have music once a month.
Yep.
Those things are
music almost
packed.
Always is packed in the pavilion.
And that's both seasonal and nightlies. Everybody comes up. And I think because also with the music, we are fortunate to have the whiskey wagon, which is an adult beverage truck that comes. And then popcorn.
And I think people look forward to that. Now, a lot of people will bring their own alcoholic beverages up. But a lot of people will. It's just easier. You just go up, you order, and we started free popcorn this summer with the music. So yeah, I would agree. The music, and they had an event here that involved music. And that was well attended.
Yep.
But there was something else at music here that I think added to that.
Well, it was the winter Texan welcome party or whatever.
Right, with free food.
Yeah, with food, yeah.
I don't know we've ever done an activity that involved free food at Happy Acres that we did not have a good turnout.
Yeah, usually when it's free food, people come.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was thinking, okay, now the opposite I think occurs like when you get in, especially at Happy Acres, like the fall time when we have the like the fall festival weekends and the Halloween weekends. I think everyone participates. You get seasonals and nightlies.
Yes. That is a good point. Those fall the 2 Halloween weekends specifically.
Yeah, when you have the kids trick or treating and the spooky forest and
that had a very high participation rate.
A lot of people from
and I think
sides.
Campers seek out Halloween week. Well, we know they do. There's a reason why we went to 2 Halloween weekends. There's a reason why I think like KOA has 3 or 4 in our area. It's because they're popular and people seek those out.
People enjoy doing the Halloween, the fall festivals type stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I just wonder how many of you listening, though, actually book a campground based for that. Like where you're – and maybe throw Halloween weekends out because I think those are really unique. But let's say, do you look at KOA's website and go, oh, wow, June 3rd and 4th, they're having a water war weekend – where it's all about, water
balloon fights and
Does that make you actually book that weekend, or is it more, we were going camping that weekend and cool, there's activities?
Yeah.
And maybe if you have kids, this discussion is different.
A little different.
You don't. Happy Acres, we don't target kids as our target audience.
Mm-hmm.
We are a park that, don't get me wrong, we love kids, and if they're there, we want them to have a good time. But we really target adults. So, most of our activities are more adult-centric.
Driven, yeah.
Yeah. And so maybe if we were targeting kids to where we were doing things like tie-dye T-shirt making and whatever activities you do for kids, like the Jellystones and the KOAs, do you get a higher participation rate because kids are more willing to participate?
Right.
Where, adults tend to like, let's just stay by the fire. I don't know.
And then thinking back to what happened this summer, just because I was there, remember Amy wanted to do like some kid activities one weekend, and she had like arts and craft time.
Yep.
And so I went up with her, and unfortunately, one child showed up, and it was a seasonal.
Right, yeah.
Miss Macy showed up.
Yeah.
And then just her parents and another seasonal adult came with their grandchild. So it wasn't like we had a lot of, because there was kids there that weekend, just they didn't come for some reason.
Right.
So.
And I think the challenge for me is, part of me doesn't want to put down a ton of activities because, again, they're a lot of work. It doesn't seem like, but when you have 3 or 4 things going on a Saturday.
That's a lot for the staff.
Right.
To handle.
And it's really depressing when you plan something and, again, 2 people show up.
Right. Amy put all that work into there.
She put a lot of work into
different little cute little things.
And the thing was that Fall Fest weekend?
I think it
was Fall Fest weekend. So we thought there would be a high kid population in the park, but people just don't. But like I said, we're kind of the problem because you and I, so here at Canopy, there's something going on every day,
all
basically.
the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it's not necessarily something big.
We've been here now
a month,
almost 5 weeks, coming up on 5 weeks.
Oh my goodness!
This Sunday will be 5 weeks.
Talk about time flying.
Yeah. So since we've been here, I've done 1 coffee chat.
Yep.
We did the Winter Texan welcome party.
Yep. We did the dog groomer.
Oh yeah, they did have a dog groomer.
Which is cool.
And I guess we'll count that because it was an add-on. I will say we have done 2 food trucks
and the coffee truck.
And we've done the coffee truck a couple times. But as far as group activities, like they have group hikes, we don't go on those.
Group outings.
They've had cooking up there.
Yep.
Like today was cooking with Jennifer.
Right.
And you could have went up and made me some fudge, but you didn't.
Listen to him.
They've had, I'm trying to think of some of the other activities.
Well, family bingo night.
Oh, yeah, we haven't been to any of the bingos. And we haven't been to any of they call it Mexican Train.
Yeah, and they have, one day when we first got here, it was, outdoor games.
Right.
Like traditional outside games like kickball.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do that.
Wiffle ball, stuff like that. in this one area. So yeah,
we did go up and get our mail. Does that count as an activity? Yeah.
we go up and get our mail. We get doggy treats at the dog bar, treat bar up there.
Right.
And we go to the store.
I wonder. They do free coffee 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I wonder how much coffee I should ask them sometime.
How much coffee?
And the reason I say that is last summer I offered free coffee every Sunday morning.
And nobody.
And most Sundays I'd throw the whole pot of coffee away. In fact, the last few weeks I didn't even make a pot. I just told people I bought a pods, Keurig pods, and because our machine in the office can do either a pot of coffee or K-cups. And I was like, you know what, it's going to be cheaper. Just if somebody wants a free cup, let them brew a K-cup.
I know. And when you told our friend Kim and Crystal came from Philly, remember he almost sucked the air out of the building when you said, because he loves coffee. Yeah. And you're like, no one told me. He was like, nobody? I know. I love free coffee.
I know. Kim, he said he would have came up and had my free coffee, but
usually you drank it all, or Amy.
I mean, so it's one of those things. So we were, Angie and I were going through. Yeah. We're going to try some new things.
Change it up a little.
Something we have not done since I've been there in the last 3 years. We're going to try candy bar bingo.
Yeah.
Which, when we were at the OHI conference, we went to a planning or a session on activities.
Was that one of the things?
And everybody said that was one of their most popular activities in their park was candy bar bingo. Now, how it's ran varied from park to park. Some parks require that you bring a candy bar
as your fee
to play. Other park owners said they just bought candy bars and used them as prizes and didn't make people bring them. Mm-hmm. So there was kind of a mixed bag on how to play, but they said there was a good turnout. So I'm like, let's try candy bar bingo.
Another thing that we have done before, you're going to try it again, is Singo.
Yeah, we did Singo one time.
It was Christmas in July.
Yeah, and we did it at the pool, and I think people had fun with it.
Because we tried to do Christmas songs.
And I will be honest, you made up the cards for me.
Yep.
I found the music, and it was a lot of work. Well, come to find out, you can actually just buy the whole kit.
Of course, I do it the hard way. I did that in teaching all the time.
So Angie said, "We'll just buy the." She's like,
Kits.
"You what? You did it all yourself? You made it up? You found?" I'm like, "Yeah," and it was a lot of work. So I think we're going to try Singo this summer. We are buying a license to show movies,
and I think that'll be fun.
And we're going to do some movie nights
every now and then,
right? Yeah. Because we have the popcorn machine now. Mm-hmm. And so we thought, well, maybe like a movie pajama party, popcorn up in the pavilion might be fun.
Sure. Yeah.
We do have music booked. I think I have 5 weekends currently booked for music, and those are always popular. But, it's kind of funny, though, because, like I said, we'll plan these activities, and a lot of times we don't get good participation. Yet last summer, there were a few weekends where I planned no activities.
Right.
And then people were like,
is there anything going on this
weekend? What
are
we supposed to do this weekend? There's no activities. And
Camp.
I'm like, for starters, camping is an activity.
Camp.
But I just find it fascinating that if you don't offer something, people are like going into a panic that there's no activities.
Well, and I think also what happened, just by thinking of a gal that's at a seasonal said, they didn't do a lot of activities with their grandkids because it was so hot.
Right.
This past summer where we are, and the kids didn't want to go out.
It was a very hot summer.
They'd rather go to the pool and be in the pool than do like cornhole or something.
Yeah, well, that's the thing to me. Like, we have a pool, so to me, the pool is an activity.
Exactly.
The disc golf is an activity. The fishing ponds,
volleyball,
So
they can do catch and release fishing. So,
like, as I was making out the activity calendar just for April, May, and part of June, I'm exhausted just looking at it. And
well, it's just like, don't burn us out, is what I keep thinking in my head. And now, don't forget, Amy's been working on that scavenger hunt thing that goes
right,
that's
and that's going to be like an ongoing activity
thing
where people can just do it. It's not like something we schedule.
Right. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
The ongoing stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And I will say, when we were at Disney.
Yes.
Now, the golf cart parade at Disney, their golf cart parade, they get really good participation. Yep. Our golf cart parade, and partially because we're a small park, it tends to be 10 to 12 carts that are seasonals, and I get that.
The same folks.
But what I was really shocked by was the night we went to the sing-along, Chippendale sing-along, and then the movies. There was not a lot of people there.
No.
For a campground with 800 sites.
And we've been to those sing-along campfire things, and they've been packed, and this one was not.
But
I wonder if it was the movie.
Well, it could have been that, or is it? Again, people.
We're at the park.
They're at the parks, and so.
We're
but
at their
Disney still has them.
They still do it. Yep. Every night.
So I don't know. It was just something I said. We had to talk about this because what I'd love to do is get feedback from all of you. Again, like, do you book or not book because of activities? But if or is the activity more like a box you have to check where you say, like, well, we want to stay at a park that offers activities, but it doesn't mean you're going to actually participate. You just want to know it's there
if you need it.
Right. One of the things I love here is all of these food truck, coffee trucks, dog groomer trucks. They even have a craft truck that comes out, and we have not done the craft.
I might try that before we're done, but
But we do like the convenience. But again, I think it's harder for Happy Acres to schedule lots of food trucks because we're only 91 sites. And our seasonals the bulk of our seasonals are there on the weekends.
Yeah, they're not weekday usually.
Right. Where here you have all these winter Texans like us that are
here
living here for the winter.
Yep.
And there's a percentage that are living here year-round for work or whatever, and as opposed to buying a house, they're living in an RV, that type of thing. So maybe they're able to get better traffic to their food trucks, where with us being more of a nightly park, and like I said, seasonal sounds great, but seasonals don't mean they're living there like the snowbirds in Florida or the winter Texans here in Texas.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah. So I think each park kind of has to adjust
to what they do. So it's like a conundrum. It's like, what do we do? How do you do it? Yeah.
So we're gonna try some. Like I said, we're gonna try some new things this year. We'll see if the participation's better.
We won't give away all of our secrets.
I mean, part of me wishes we were like Weary Traveler.
That's a very nice part.
Where they don't have any activities, and
they probably don't have a manager.
Oh, that's true. They might not have a manager, which means I wouldn't have a job. So I guess the activities at least keeps me busy, and
we'll keep somebody busy.
It keeps somebody busy. I will say you and Amy and
sometimes you
and me, and then this summer Bill and Robin are going to take on some of that. They're going to do some pickleball tournaments or lessons, things like that.
And usually during like the food ones, Angie and Kevin are there to help out with different things. So
yeah. So we'll kick off the season April 24th, I think, is opening night. We're not that weekend. I'll just tell you right now, if anybody wants to join us for opening weekend, that's always hit or miss on weather. We'd love to have you, but
you just never know what you're going to get.
We're going to do a campfire on Saturday night, like a community campfire, but that's it. That's because that first weekend we just got to work through the.
Well, and if it's like last year, it was really wet and rainy.
Yeah.
So it just depends how it could be dry and beautiful, but we're just going to do a campfire.
And the thing is, like, it will be a little rusty because even though our entire staff is coming back this year. When you're all out for 5 months we're out.
Everyone needs to be reprogrammed.
Yeah, it's almost like, trying to remember how to check people in and just working out all the bugs. So that's why the first weekend we don't have much. And then we hit it hard. I mean, we go into
June,
that first weekend in May.
Yep.
May. Yeah, we're going to have Cinco de Mayo Kentucky Derby party weekend.
That's fun.
Yeah,
combo.
So and I think we're getting close to sold out for that weekend. That weekend usually sells out because, again, where can you go camping and get a free Mexican buffet dinner?
That's amazing.
Included in the price of your campsite. And then what is it? The next weekend is Mother's Day.
Yeah, isn't that like Dog Mom?
Yeah, we're doing something totally different this year because Mother's Day is historically slow.
Because usually moms don't want to camp.
I guess moms don't want to camp.
They want something more posh.
So we decided, you know what? What about all the dog moms like Patty and Amy?
Yeah.
And so we're doing a whole theme weekend around dog moms.
That's right.
And, you can bring your dogs, and there's going to be a photo shoot, and you're going to get a little keepsake made out of your dog's picture. And we're going to have bandana making.
A pet parade.
And who knows what else we'll come up with.
If we can get a groomer to come, who knows?
And then we go into Family and Friends weekend, which is a big weekend because we have Island Vibe who plays.
People love them.
This will be the third year in a row that Island Vibe plays, and they are
amazing.
Very popular.
Yep, in our area.
Yep, and we're adding a lot more stuff on Friends and Family this year. We're going to have, like, again, more things to bring groups together. I don't remember what I scheduled. If I scheduled Candy Bar Bingo or trivia.
Something. You've got something
I think
going
we've
on.
got some
family-oriented stuff.
Yeah, and then from there we roll into Memorial Day, and it just gets crazy during the summer. I mean, July, like I said, I was working on July. I haven't penciled in all the specifics, but, we basically have 4th of July.
Yep.
Then we kind of get a little breather, but there's Balloons Aloft in Angola, the big hot air balloon thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then we go
Father's Day.
Not
July. That's June. Oopsie.
We do Thanksgiving in July. Then
Christmas
the next one's
in
in July.
And this year we could do a New Year's.
We might do New Year's in July. We'll see.
Now when's the prom? We're gonna do
the prom is in June.
Okay, we're gonna do
an
adult prom.
Yeah, that's a brand new activity this year, an adult prom.
Yes, we're gonna make it quirky and fun.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, we got to wrap this up.
Wrap it up, man.
Wrap it up.
Who knows? Wrap it.
We don't participate in activities, but we're really good about talking about them. So. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to us again. Merry Christmas to you and your family. We appreciate you being a part of our family.
Yes.
And I'll tell you who we really appreciate being a part of our family.
Our good friend Jim.
Yep, Jim Kuzman. He is our friend, and we consider him and Abe part of our family. And he's the one that always makes this podcast sound so good. And so Merry Christmas to both of them.
Yep.
And to all of you. And until next time, everybody, we'll see ya.
On down the road.
Bye.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.